Hello guys, welcome to VIP-bet Odds Analysis Show, and today we're going to discuss one more subject. We've been discussing some subjects on last week's. Um, you can find there already our video about value bet, also about how important it is to compare odds. And today we're going to speak about bankroll management. Uh, Bankroll management is something that, every better needs to do, and but it's tricky. It's always a tricky management for any punter to know how to do a good bankroll management, because it's different for everyone, and that is one of the points that I wanted to focus here, because bankroll management is not such a standard stuff. It will depend always on the strategy of the punter. So I'm gonna let you. The most important is not let you how to divide, how how many units you need, how many percentage you need to bet per bet. First, you need to find your strategy, and that is the most important. So, for example, if you have a strategy, so let's see that you're gonna bet like 20 bets per weekend. It's completely different the bankroll that you have to have on your back for to a guy that, for example, you're gonna bet like 60 bets per week. So for him, for a guy that will bet like 60 bets per week, he will need a huge bankroll. I would say around at least 200 units, of course, to deal with a bad swing. For a guy that bets like 20 units, so possible 120, something like that would be enough. For example, on my case, which is the best option that I have here, is to show you my case. I don't do more than 10 bets per week. I'm very selective in terms of betting. We discuss value bets, and for me, I always play when I have a really edge. So if it's just the over round of the sports book and more 2%, it's not enough for me. I like to play when I have like something like 5%, 6, 7, 10 of edge over the sports book. So let's go to my units, like 10 bets per month, 10 bets per week, and I'm very comfortable with 50 units bankroll, because like I can have some swings. I can have a really bad weekend, I can have like two really bad weekends, and I'm still very comfortable without having a big exposure on my bankroll. So that is, it's very important. The other factor that you have to have in mind always before know which kind of units, which number of units you're going to use, is the odds range. So again, going to my case, I'm a punter with an odds range very comfortable one, very conservative, I have to say, 1.6 to 2.4. I don't deal with bigger odds than that, because if I find value on an underdog, I like most of the times I'm going to use the handicap and bring it to evens odds. So 1.6 to 2.4. So it's also, I'm always playing with 50% chances, and that is also good for the swings. But for example, if you have a strategy, or if you feel comfortable, or if you believe that you find value on bigger odds, which is more difficult because usually the over round is even bigger on bigger odds, because everyone wants to avoid risk, and sportsbooks are not different. It means that you're gonna need a bigger bankroll, because you're gonna have much bigger swings. If you're gonna play like odds of 5, odds of 6 or 7 or whatever, your swing's gonna be bigger. You won't won so many times, that's for sure, and you have to be prepared. And on those cases, you will need a bigger bankroll with much more units. So, for example, if I would have my strategy with 10 bets per week and with an odds range above 4, instead of 50 units, for me, I would need around 150 units to feel comfortable to deal with 3, 4, 5 weekends without profit. And there is no way, we can discuss it all, but there is no way to avoid bad swings. Bad swings is something on a punter's life. It will always, they will always appear. So there is no. I know that we never want to think about it, but the most important is that the bad swings they will come. That's a sure. So the most important is it's that the bad swings are always smaller than the good swings. So these are the most important factors, and then it will depend always on the strategy of each one. So if you guys have any doubt, and for example, if you want me to if you want like explain me your strategy, your which odds range you have, how selective you are in terms of value, and you want me to like to have a look on your bankroll management, just drop us an email or for example let us a comment on YouTube or Twitch, and I will be very happy to help you out with that. About value bets, today we won't have value bets. This video is just to speak about bankroll management, but possible late in the week, like Friday around 9 p.m. CET. So we'll be back and we'll escape some value bets on at that time. I hope you have enjoyed. Any doubt, really, let us on comments, and I see you Friday.